Hey guys, welcome back to the Gratitude Incarnate podcast. I wanted to come on today and change things up a little bit. I'm not going to go with the scheduled episode that I had for today. I'll bring you guys that content probably next week. The last few days have been honestly really challenging, and the energy has been really chaotic and challenging. Yeah, definitely challenging. I feel like so many things are being brought to our attention to help us move into this next chapter of our lives. Yesterday was the total eclipse, and that's what the total eclipse is all about. It's about showing us, like, illuminating what we need to see, some things that maybe we didn't really want to see, and helping us come to terms with that and taking what we learned from that and using it to grow and move into that next chapter, that new opportunity or whatever it is that's coming up for you. And there's just a lot that has happened in the last couple of days. And one of the biggest things that I've noticed is a lot of comparison, and it's stemming from people's own personal lack of self-esteem or low self-esteem. And there was something that happened today, and it really helped remind me of my boundaries. And I was like, I just need to block this person and their energy from me for right now. And if there's someone that's meant to be in my life, they'll make their way back into it. And if not, oh well. Because I'm really just kind of like tired of explaining myself with simple, basic boundaries with people. Like, I shouldn't have to explain myself and say that I'm not perfect, okay? Like, I shouldn't have to tell someone that I'm a human and I make mistakes, because newsflash, we're all humans and we all make mistakes. And, we can definitely apologize to people for wasting their time if that's how they want to look at it. Because I personally don't feel like we waste time unless we're consciously doing that. Everything is a learning experience. There is something to be grateful for in every moment. And that's what I'm doing in this moment, is like, I am not going to feel pressured by this person. I am not going to feel constrained by this relationship at all, especially with it being very, very, very new. I'm going to go ahead and set firm boundaries, and I'm just going to go ahead and block this one out for now, because if someone can't understand that I might forget something or make a mistake, then they don't really have space in my life. I'm not going to make any more space for that, because we all make mistakes and we have to learn to have compassion for one another. And I understand if people aren't at that part of their journey yet for being more understanding and like not taking things so personally. I understand that. However, that's not where I'm at. And if something is not aligning with me, I'm just now to the point with my boundaries where I don't have to explain myself. I can just simply move on and be unapologetic about it. Like, I don't owe anyone any explanation for anything. If we're not vibing, if we're not aligning, and you're obviously not getting, what you want from me in some way, shape, or form, then let's just move on to other things. Okay. And let's spend our energy on other manifestations and not focusing on what's not working. It's great to tell people things, to communicate things, but to just expect people to be perfect, it's not going to happen in Amanda Rose's world. I can tell you that right now. Okay. There's no such thing as perfection. That's the beauty of being a human. You can try And that's the funny part about that, because that's all you're going to do is try to be perfect, because you can't be. We can do things always to the best of our ability. And if we do things to the best of our ability, then we haven't made a mistake, because we've just done what we can do. And if we're not doing things to the best of our ability, then that's on us, But I feel like we all kind of do that. We do the best that we can with what we have. And that's why I said I'm not going to hold any grudges towards this person or anything like that. I just need to make sure that they are not, they're just like energetically not in my space at this time, because like I said, that's just not aligned with who I am. I'm not really into pressuring people to do things. I'm not really into people feeling like everything needs to be perfect. Like, I subscribe more to divine timing, and everything happens the way it does for a reason. And I'm not really into the whole micromanaging and wanting everything to be perfectly polished. I'm not into that. And I feel like that person kind of was, and that's a good indicator that, we need to go separate ways. So yeah, and I don't have to feel bad about that, because we can never really go separate ways. We're all connected. We've talked about this before in other episodes. We're all made of the same stuff, and, this person is still here on the planet, it's not aligned with the direction that I'm moving in, the direction that the podcast is moving in. This is someone that I wanted to be a guest, and we're just not about that here, and it's important for you guys that I stick to having guests on the show that align with the vibe of the show. So that's the decision that I made. And like I said, I'm sticking to it, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm not going to beat myself up about it. As a matter of fact, I believe that another guest will come along that their message may be a little bit better suited for our podcast, and definitely more aligned. So that is the message that you can take with you into this week, is like, what is aligned for you? That's what the total eclipse is all about. That's why this is such a good time to check in with this. The earth, the moon, and the sun all perfectly aligned. And what happened? Magic. For a few moments, everybody stopped what they were doing to stare up at the beauty. And that's what happens when you follow that alignment and you go with what you know is right, with your gut and your instincts. And, everything just lines up perfectly, and people will they'll stop and stare like, wow, that's beautiful. So be like the eclipse. Feel out what is aligned for you and what isn't, and do the best that you can, even if sometimes, like, I originally thought that this was going to work out, and I did feel like it was very aligned, especially at the time when we made the arrangements. I felt like that was an answer to my prayer. And I realized that there was more to that I needed to learn. And that was just to give myself permission to back away from things and, not hold myself in a place where I feel obligated to a person, especially to be perfect. Okay. So, yeah. I am going to be bringing you guys an episode about morning routines, like me time, morning routines, and something that I call the Fab 5 method. It's something that you can do in the morning or whenever you're doing your routine. It's just 5 things that you can do that are going to just really make you feel fabulous and set you up to bring that feeling into the rest of your day. So really excited about that. I will probably bring you guys that episode tomorrow, and yeah, we'll get back on track. I couldn't record the regular episode for today. I wasn't feeling aligned with it, and I know you guys will understand what I mean when I say that. So follow your instincts today, follow what you're aligned with. And with all that being said, I want you to have a grateful day.